Carthage gets a needed makeover thanks to the Carthage community. And the Spiva Center for the Arts in Joplin hosts a contest for photographers from all across the country. KOAM News at 10 is next. Now at 10, sentencing day for a Joplin dentist in connection with a hit and run from 2023. Plus, a Toronto, Kansas business hopes to make Thanksgiving a little merrier for some folks in the community. And
the bill to release all Epstein files heads to the president's desk. I'm Natalie Brand with reaction from survivors and what some lawmakers are still worried about.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Storms capable of producing hail and heavy rain are expected to move into parts of the 4 states overnight. This is KOAM News. I'm Dow Quick. Meteorologist Austin Stans joins us now with a first look at the weather.
Yeah, thanks, Dow. Some of those storms already starting to creep into the area. So portions of southwestern Washington County here just starting to get a severe thunderstorm warning there. Now we have an interesting setup here because we have a stationary front right here off to the northwest, off to the south. This is where that low pressure system is really starting to circle in here. So what we're watching is as these storms start to connect with this stationary front, things are really going to be in the clear north of 44 here. So south of 44 is really where we're watching right now. Let's take a closer look at this storm. So this severe thunderstorm warning going until 10:45 this evening. Main threats with this storm as it begins to move into Washington County here is going to be quarter-sized hail, gusty winds around 60 miles per hour. We're not expecting these storms to be high-level severe storms. This is going to be some strong storms that just break that barrier of the severe level. Now, we have a marginal risk from the Storm Prediction Center. Again, really paying attention to south of 44 there. We're going to be watching these storms from right around midnight to around 6 a.m. The main threat's going to be that hail, high winds, well, right around 60 miles per hour, but heavy rainfall definitely going to be in play here as well. So taking a look as we move throughout the evening here, right around 2:30 in the morning, we start seeing these storms continue to move northeast. So we're going to keep an eye on those as they're going right around 35 miles per hour. But coming up, we're going to time these storms out hour by hour.
All right, we'll catch you in a few, Austin. Thanks. A Joplin dentist will not have to serve jail time for trying to interfere in the investigation of a fatal hit-and-run crash. The suspect is John Joseph II. Investigators say Joseph's son, Rocco Joseph, was the driver in a crash that hit and killed a pedestrian, 60-year-old Gary LaTurner, in Cherokee County, Kansas, in August of 2023. Prosecutors say the charges against the father are because he and his son later returned to the scene where they failed to report the crash and left again. In October, John Joseph II pleaded no contest for attempting to interfere with law enforcement in the crash. As part of a plea deal, prosecutors dropped a second charge of contributing to child misconduct. Today, a judge sentenced him to 1-year probation. The case against the son is still ongoing. Parsons police continue investigating a shooting that happened Sunday morning. Officers responded to an apartment where several people confronted a man over a domestic dispute. Police say the group held the man against his will before he escaped and was chased. That's when he allegedly fired his gun. The shooter was released because he legally possessed that weapon. Authorities are seeking charges against a juvenile for attempted murder and an adult for aggravated battery. In that case, no one was hit by the gunfire. The Grumpy Bear Trading Post in Toronto, Kansas will hold a free Thanksgiving meal for the community on Thanksgiving Day. The Grumpy Bear opened its doors on July 4th, and with the help of various donations, the business has been able to offer affordable groceries to the city, which is considered to be a food desert.
We want to celebrate the town. The town is kind of a sleepy little town. We want to get everybody excited about the fact that we're here and to let them know that we are here for them. If they do need something, we are a resource, and we can connect them to people that can, help with various things.
The Thanksgiving dinner is going to be held from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. on Thanksgiving. In addition, there's going to be a Christmas window unveiling and shopping event on Black Friday at 6 p.m. This evening, President Trump signed into law the measure that will force the Justice Department to release all of its files related to convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. As Erica Brown reports, this comes after months of political pressure and after a near unanimous vote in the House earlier this week.
The bill to force the Justice Department to release all of its files related to convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein has been signed into law by President Trump. The measure passed the House Tuesday in a near unanimous vote, with only one lawmaker voting against it. Then, with unanimous consent, it passed the Senate shortly after. On Capitol Hill, lawmakers praised the bipartisan effort to pass the measure after months of political pressure.
People get all the facts, which is what should happen. We should have total transparency here.
We'll keep the pressure up, pressure on the DOJ to release the full, unredacted files. No hiding, no game playing, no covering up.
President Trump pushed for a new investigation into Epstein's alleged ties with prominent Democrats, but some lawmakers are concerned that an active investigation could delay the release of some files. Attorney General Pam Bondi promised transparency.
We will follow the law. The law passed both chambers last evening, but we will continue to follow the law, again, while protecting victims, but also providing maximum transparency.
Now that the president has signed the bill, the Justice Department will have 30 days to release all of the Epstein files. Erica Brown, CBS News, Washington.
Now, while the Attorney General does promise transparency, she does have the authority to withhold or redact information that could interfere with a federal investigation. Aspiring writers head to PSU to hone their skills. Coming up, a chapter of the annual Writers Fest. But up first, photographers shoot their shot in Joplin.
As we zoom into a new year, the Spiva Center for the Arts is accepting submissions for their National Photo Contest. My name is Mitch Adams, and I'll bring you more details on that story coming up.
Butler, Missouri.
Whether you're a weekend photographer or a seasoned professional, the Spiva Center for the Arts wants to see your work. The Photo Spiva competition is now accepting submissions for its 50th year. KOAM's Mitch Adams shows us why this could be your chance to shine.
It's incredible to see the submissions we get every year because it truly depends on the juror, what photos are chosen. So if you're brand new, this could be something extremely cool for you to try as well. Don't be scared, don't be nervous.
The Spiva Center for the Arts is accepting submissions for their Photo Spiva competition. The competition will be celebrating its 50th year, spending a half a century giving photographers a chance to compete nationally.
Overall, in the 2025 exhibition, 20 states were represented. So this call for entry is open nationally. All U.S. states and its territories can enter. So again, amateur, professional, we want to see your work in your style, traditional, digital. Yeah, we're super excited for our 50th year.
The event is unique because the competition is not limited to professional photographers. Work done by amateur photographers is highly encouraged as well. Last year, more than 100 entries were selected to take part in the exhibition, which doubles as a chance for participants to connect with one another in person.
We love seeing the photographers connect with each other too at our reception. It's just really important to give people an outlet because photography is really cool to see through somebody else's eyes.
Reporting in Joplin, Missouri, Mitch Adams, KOAM News.
Online submissions will be accepted until January 6th, with the opening reception and awards taking place on March 13th. Local writers and students were invited to Pittsburgh State University's 4th annual Writers Fest today. The PSU English Department hosted a day filled with hands-on writing workshops led by published authors. Nearly 130 students attended Writers Fest. One organizer says the event serves as a safe place for aspiring writers to express themselves.
What we want to do, or what we think is going to be important, is to teach the students how you can use it, how it can be helpful for you, and ethical use of it. So those are the main things that we want to teach students.
Workshops focused on fiction, poetry, children's literature, and creative writing strategies for the classroom. Marvel Comics illustrator Jerry DeClaire made a special stop in Webb City today, bringing his live drawing performances to Heroes Wizards Comics. DeClaire, known for his work on Wolverine, Deadpool, Thor, X-Men, and more, spent the afternoon meeting fans, sharing stories, and even giving away the art he created during his demonstration. The commercial artist spoke about his early start in art, saying he began drawing at just 7 years old. A talent so unexpected that even his grandmother didn't believe he had done the work himself.
Why is it that people even want to be alive, if not for love and music and art, all the things that make us feel good? You see, and I think we've kind of put the cart before the horse. And there's the value of art.
The event didn't just spotlight DeCare's art, it also gave local fans a chance to connect with the creative process behind some of their favorite Marvel characters. A little later, the community comes together to restore a nearly 80-year-old home in Carthage.
A few storms, some strong to severe, are just starting to move in. I'm timing those out coming up. Well, as we've headed into the evening, showers and storms have begun to move into the area. Let's take a look at our Skywatch storm tracker right now. Northeastern Oklahoma, Washington County just had a severe thunderstorm warning a few minutes ago. Start moving into the area there. Let's take a look at this storm. So the hail track, actually, it's been producing hail right around quarter size. You'll notice a severe thunderstorm warning here going until 10:45, and that just clips into Washington County there. We're going to expect this storm here continuing to move northeast. That'll cross 75 in northeastern Oklahoma, eventually moving into Nowata County as well. Now, those storms are expected to continue throughout the evening tonight, but the interesting thing is we have a stationary boundary off to the northwest there. So as these storms start to push northeast, they're actually going to be crossing south of 44 here. This is where we're going to start to see some of the heaviest rainfall as we move into the overnight hours. So by 2:30 in the morning, Miami could start seeing some showers and thunderstorms there, 59 degrees, continuing to push east and northeast there because that stationary front actually starts to push in a little bit, keeping these storms off to the south of 44. And you'll notice by 4 a.m., Anderson, Cassville, Bentonville starting to see some showers and thunderstorms there. Some of them could be loud, even strong to severe, but we're going to expect those to be on the lower end of the severe scale. So 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, quarter-sized hail, those are going to be the primary threats for this evening. That first round begins to move out, but again, we have these showers staying south of 44 here, so the heaviest rainfall going to be Bentonville, Anderson, Grove, Miami. Those are the places that we are keeping an eye on for this evening. Now, you'll notice temperatures by the time we make our way into tomorrow evening, still in the 60s there. That's thanks to that cloud cover and that rainfall actually keeping us blanketed there. But then we start to see some showers off to the northwest there. Those start to move in, so we're keeping an eye on this area. So let's talk about rainfall totals and what we could see there. Well, as we make our way through Thursday into Friday, you can see rainfall totals far south, anywhere from about 2.5 to 3.5 inches. So Grove, 3 inches there. It's just Pineville, right about 4 inches. I'll keep that right about 3.5 there if we see that consistent rainfall through the overnight hours and then into our Thursday as well. But off to the northwest, anywhere from 1/4 to 1/2 inch. Joplin, right around 1 inch of rainfall there as well. As we make our way throughout the week, though, we have more systems that will be moving into the area as well. So the active weather is not done just yet. We'll have another system begin to move in right around Monday here, bringing in some more rainfall. You see that low starting to come in. We're going to see some cooler temperatures as we head into next week as well, especially as we get into the holidays. We're keeping an eye on that there as well because we could see maybe even a few snow flurries right around Thanksgiving. Let's take a look at your 7-day forecast here and what you can expect. Thursday, 67, Friday, 70 degrees there. Things clear out mostly for Saturday and Sunday. As we head into Monday as well, still in the 60s. So 60 degrees consistently throughout the next 7 to 10 days. We are going to see some cooler temperatures as we get ready to head to the holiday.
And we should expect that this time of year. And we really need the rain, so a lot of people are going to welcome that site for sure.
Yeah, we could use the rainfall for sure. I'm not sure how people will feel about the travel.
That's a good point. Austin, thanks. Carthage family celebrates a home transformation thanks to volunteers. Vision Carthage held a ribbon cutting today for another completed restoration project on West Central Avenue this time. The Restoration Carthage program has transformed 65 homes since 2016. Through the program, volunteers and skilled workers partner with local organizations to provide free exterior repairs to families in need. Today's 1946 home received new siding and insulation at no cost to the homeowner.
With the insulation, he's looking forward to the winter bills. They won't suffer as much as they've suffered in the past with the coldness.
Today's celebration also included a $5,000 check presentation from the Corley Memorial Trust to Vision Carthage. The Way of Salvation lights in Carthage have gone up annually for more than 30 years, and the organizers are now doing the final check for the 2025 display. The church starts the process of putting up the lights in late August and ends the week it opens. More than 1 million lights go up to tell the story of salvation in the Bible from the creation to the resurrection. This is a way for the church to give back to the community of Carthage.
What's the reason for the season? Jesus is the main reason for Christmas. Hopefully that people get out of it. The message of Christmas is the love from God, that He sent His only Son.
The Way of Salvation will open Thanksgiving night. Still ahead, high school football playoffs are winding down with quarterfinal and semifinal action this week. We're going to preview some of the matchups coming up. And 2 Miami War Dogs softball players inked their names on the dotted line to continue their athletic careers at the collegiate level. Sports Director Ryan Blake has those stories and more up next in sports.
The Pitt State volleyball team is gearing up for the MIAA postseason tournament beginning tomorrow. But on Wednesday, a pair of seniors received conference recognition. Senior middle blocker Anna Dean has been named first team all MIAA, becoming the first Gorilla since 2022 to be named to the first team. Dean has also received the inaugural MIAA Blocker of the Year award after leading the conference in total blocks and blocks per set this season. Then there's senior libero Josie McCroskey receiving recognition as well, being named an All-MIAA honorable mention, becoming a 3-time all-conference performer. The Gorillas open the MIAA tournament tomorrow afternoon against the 16th ranked team in the nation, Missouri Western, first serve at noon from St. Joe. As athletes across the country continue to solidify their college commitments for athletics, a pair of Miami softball stars put pen to paper on Wednesday. Danae Green and Hayden Pilkington signed their national letters of intent this afternoon. Both players will continue their softball careers at the Division I level, with Green heading to the University of Missouri-Kansas City and Pilkington joining the BYU softball program. And while it's an exciting day for the dynamic duo, they said it was even more special because they were able to celebrate together.
I really didn't even know anything about BYU until September 1st when they contacted me. And then I went on the visit and it just felt like home, and I just knew that was where I needed to be.
I've known the coaches for a long time. The pitching coach up there I have a really good relationship with, and I went and toured the campus with them, and I fell in love with the student life and what they stand for as a coaching staff. I played travel softball with Hayden from when I was 8 till I was like 13, and then we moved to the same school, so we've known each other for years. It's very special that we got to play our 4 years in high school together, and now the fact that we get to sign together and have all our families here together, it's just like one big family reunion.
High school football playoffs are in full force, with 7 of our local squads still fighting for a state title. Let's learn about these teams as they get ready to take the field this week. Starting in Kansas with the Labette County Grizzlies, who are making their first state semifinals appearance in program history on Friday. Under first-year head coach Bradley Argabright, the Grizzlies have their best record in over 2 decades, including their first ever win over Pittsburgh High this season. They face Bishop Miege at home on Friday. In Missouri, the Carthage Tigers are back in the state quarterfinals after winning their first district title since 2022 against Republic last week. This Tigers squad is as dangerous as they come, with one of the top quarterback-running back duos in the state, with Zane Browning and Landon West. They battle Capital City on Saturday. We can't talk about the postseason without mentioning the Lamar Tigers. When playoff football comes around, there is not a team more dangerous than the 2-time reigning champions. Coming off yet another district championship Lamar's won 5 in a row and take on Liberty this Saturday for a spot in the semifinals. Also in the Show Me State, the Seneca Indians, who have won 10-plus games in each of the last 4 seasons. And this Indians offense is one of the best in the entire state, averaging over 47 points per game, led by star running back Roman Miller, who's found the end zone 3+ times in each of the last 2 weeks. Seneca battles Mountain Grove in the quarterfinals on Saturday. And in Oklahoma, the Fairland Owls have hit their stride over the last month with 4 straight wins. The Owls are 9-2 this year after only winning 3 games in 2024. Carson Schertz leads a dynamic offensive attack, but the defense is what sets the tone for this squad. The Owls' defense has held opponents to under 10 points in 6 of their 11 games this season. Fairland takes on Mangum in the quarterfinals this week. Also in Oklahoma, the Grove Ridge Runners are gearing up for quarterfinal play. In his first season as head coach, Ryan Keenum has led the Ridge Runners to a 10-1 record, including 6 straight wins. And this Grove offense is electric, averaging 44 points per contest, led by the trio of quarterback Colby Watson, running back Gavin Wyatt, and receiver Isaac Sheffield. The Ridge Runners take on Tuttle this Friday. Rounding it out with the Wyandotte Bears, 3 years ago, head coach Doug Buckmaster took over a program that won only 1 game. Over the last 3 years, the Bears have won at least 7 games each season. And this year's veteran-heavy roster has lit up the scoreboard and proved to be a threat in Class 2A. Wyandotte, they face Stroud in Friday's quarterfinals matchup. That's it for sports. We're back with more after the break.
At Aaron Saxon Associates, we
Some of us at least could see some storms tonight. Austin's keeping an eye on it for us.
Yeah, we have one storm in particular. Actually, there it goes right now. Just got extended this very second till 11:15 p.m. This storm now going through Nowata County here. We're going to see gusts around 60 miles per hour, quarter-sized hail. It's moving northeast at 35 miles per hour. So if you're out in Nowata County, northeastern Oklahoma tonight, a little bit of lightning, some thunder, a little bit of hail. If you have the opportunity, get that car under that carport this evening.
Some good advice. Don't have any hail damage to report to the insurance company. Thanks for joining us. Don't forget the morning show starts at 5 a.m. and let's make it a great tomorrow.